either your parent side or your other this your fellow age mates, you will suffer. But parent side, it is not much suffering than you see your peers, your fellow peers. They will pull you like in the mud, like you see they are not beating you like, but those words, ah, they used to they do bad to kids. Hmm? Someone telling you just something, you feel like this has this is very bad. This guy was not supposed to tell me something like this. Hmm? So that was what used to happen back then. Back then. So when I've arrived here, I've started to remind myself that hey guys, hmm? memories. Those were the memories back then. That's what used to happen. And I know it is for very many guys. It has happened from very many guys, not me alone. Very many kids have passed through those things. Hmm? They know what happens out here. Huh? For those who are there back then, I'm not that old for saying back, and but just recently, let's say 2015, and going back 2015, uh, 2010, there 2000, let's say in the 2008 around there, that's when things became that one around there. So now, I think now these things have gone down. It's not like back then where things were hmm, very strict, very bad, very good, very all those goes to others good, to others bad. So that is how it used to happen back then. And oh, guys, that is me. That's my little part of the story. Even I was forgetting. Even in the dating time, even dating time. So guys, you see, uh, you've fallen in love. Let me use that. Fall in love with a girl. Let's say this side, past this, the other side of the river. You see. So if you have gotten someone from the other side of the river, and you see you are still kids. Hmm? I'll say kids because we are not 18. Hmm? Or even if it's let's say even if it's over 18, let's say even 20, but you're still the girl. You see, the girl is the prize by that time because she stays with the parents, so she cannot just get away from home like that. So it becomes an issue. So she has to run. Would I say run or sneak? She has to sneak from their home. So that sneaking, it means it has to be at a good time at night. Let's say at 10. 10 is when things used to happen. That is the happening time. 10. At 10, you see 10. At 10 and going forward, because at 10 in rural areas you will find people have already eaten, many people have slept already, but because when it gets just at 9 at night, 9 21:00 hours, people have already started sleeping, whether the kids, whether the parents around there. So at 10 things were very meticulous, very good to happen. Because even in the road, it is not easy for you to meet with other people so for because if you meet other people, they will give out a report. Hey, I find this girl with someone else at this. Have you allowed you see, because huh, people used to convey messages like one on one. Phones were there, yes, but people are not fond of calling anyhow. You see, like right now, you can just call immediately, even if it's at 12 midnight. Someone can just call you at night and say, "Hey, you know, your kid is." But back then, they used to convey the message live. Even the phones were there in 2008. Phones were there, but you see, they used to convey messages like, I saw your girl. You see? So at 10, that was the time, a good time for that matter, it that made it happen at 10. You see, around there, ah, very meticulous. So we used to, I can speak for myself because I used to stand at that bridge. Hmm? I stand there waiting for someone. And you see, maybe my phone doesn't have credit. Or you see, we used to send messages. Messages was something big by that time. Message. You just buy a message of 200 shillings message. Hmm? Messages. You know, this 200, even if it can end in one day or 2 days, 200 messages done. Even in one day, 200 messages can be off. Hmm? You've finished 200 messages just talking to a girl. You send. 100, she sends, you send back. Huh? So we used to use messages. And the phone that we used to have, for me personally, I didn't have a phone. If I have an an appointment like that, I used to borrow. Hmm? Hmm? And maybe the one who you borrowed the phone doesn't want to give you. Just maybe you go with him. Hmm? If you go with him, it might bring another shenanigans. Or you just, if you are lucky, the person can lend you a phone for that night. So you text with the person you are talking to, or you go daytime, you talk with the guy. You say, you see, when it gets at this time, find me here. You see, for men, for us boys, we were not failing. You see, if you have already gotten should I say order or what? If you have an appointment with someone at that time, more so especially a girl, you are not going to fail. You will be there. In fact, more earlier than the time you agreed, because you don't want any complications, any complaints. Oh, I was there at this. No. You are there at exact time. When it clocks that time, you are already there. 30 minutes earlier. You cannot, and that guy will take like even an hour more to come, and you never dare to complain. Don't say, oh, yeah, we agreed. No. Because you don't know what happened at their place. You don't have a phone yourself, maybe. Or if you have a phone, she can just text you, hey, the parents are not asleep. Hmm? You can wait there until then at 2 or 3, 3 a.m. tonight. Hmm? You are still waiting, thinking or hoping that, hey, this girl is gonna come. But you are just there outside in the cold, waiting. Hey. Hmm? Because, hey, you are not sure she will come, she won't come, and you don't want her to come and not find you there because she has sacrificed a lot for her to get away from home and find you there, and And by the time she's arriving, you find, no one is there. So that becomes something else. So guys, I was sharing just to you a little bit of that moment of my childhood that I had. So guys, here is our, let me pass this side to this side. So that is how it used to happen. That's how we used to live. And I know it has happened to many. It's not me alone. Many people from different counties, from different people have different childhood memories. Childhood memories are real. They are real. And they are very good. People, we cherish those moments. Cherish those moments. They will live with us forever. Those moments. You see, things that happened when you are a child, they don't just vanish in your head. You will live with them, with those memories forever. Your memory is still fresh. So when you load things, they hold very tightly in your memory. Your memory becomes, whether good things happen, whether bad things happen, it depends. So we always pray that good things should happen, because good things are better, are are they motivate. But when bad things happen, they demoralize. People get stress, a lot of stress, and you know very well that a lot of stress can bring problems. Even you can vacate the world because of this stress, this more stress. So we used to look after our cows when sitting on these rocks. This rock, the other rock, the other one rock here. The trees are still here. I can remember this tree, but you know it cannot grow very fat because it has grown on the top of a rock. So it has no much to hold on. There was no, this fence was not there. You see rocks even in the midst of the farm. Rocks everywhere. Rock. I'm not talking about the rock of I don't know if it comes from America or what, but it's not that the rock. So guys, this is where my childhood memories are. This area. You see, we used to graze here. This year we used to light a fire here and we do some roasting of corns. Just right here, you put a fire here and then you put corns. Because corns we used to get them from this shamba. This shamba, we used to enjoy here. If you have cows that have ropes, you tie them. Those, you see, definitely, we don't have just, there are cows which are stubborn. There are cows which have good manners. I don't know if we should use that word like good manners, but we have those cows that they are well mannered. Hey, put them somewhere. They they do what is necessary. But we have those that when you go to graze, you take them to graze, well, they will make you suffer big time. They run in the people's farms and you go very wild, around. You see, guys, we used to pass here, going to the other side. We used to pass here. You run through these rocks. Here. You go. But nowadays, I see like this is not possible nowadays. It is possible, yes, but people don't pass here big time. People don't pass here regularly, but people pass here if they want, because you see the bridge that I've shown you there. It is, some people regard it there as very far, so they pass here. They run through these rocks. These rocks, you see, you step here, you go there and there and there, you step there and go up to where there is some firewood. A lady is collecting, throw there. She has thrown there at the exit of that road. She has placed there some firewoods there. See, this very dangerous. You can find snakes in these rocks here. See, this is where I'm standing. This is where I'm standing. You see the rocks? Let me go down a little. You see? You see there? This is where we used to pass here, going the other side. Because the side, the bridge that I've shown you, it had some trees that we used to pass on top. So people feared those trees more than passing here. So they opted to pass here. It was simple, and I think it was not scary much than passing the other side, where we used to have trees that was being cut from this side to the other side. You see, this was the road. You see, guys, those ones are maize stock. Those ones are maize stock. They have been collected, but they have already removed the maize inside. Those are just maize stock. Collected, they will be put in a machine. There is a machine that grinds those maize stock. It grinds the maize stock and it becomes the cow's feed. It feeds the cow. They used to feed the cow this maize stock. Those maize stock is used to feed the cows. But you can feed them, the cows, that way, or you can grind them. So there is that boy who is looking after the cows. Looking after the cows. That boy, I don't know if you can see. That boy is coming with the cows. Coming with the cows. That boy. I don't know if you can see him. See? Cows right there. At our village, Matunda, 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 Matunda. Matunda is our village. Matunda in Swahili. That's a fruit name, Matunda. Matunda. That's a fruit name, Matunda. But that is the name of this village. I said, guys, right from Nyabo Hansen to Matunda. Matunda is the village. Support guys by subscribing. You like. You share. Inaenda chini. You like. You share. You comment. The good ones. Hizi nalima? Ah. Wewe unaweza funga ng'ombe kwa nini kweli? Eh? Hiyo ni uongo. Acha nione kama hizo nani analima nazo sasa? Na wewe? Haujifunzi? You see guys, those cows. Na ziko ni ng'ombe mzuri. Ng'ombe safi sana. See guys, these cows are very, 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 very good. Very good ones. Very good cows. It's telling me that, hey, the cows, they use their, when the time is there for what do we say, cultivating the farm. They are used to put the cows in, they use the cows to cultivate the farms. That is the right word to use. They use cows to cultivate. They use cows to cultivate farm. Because here, cows, like the bull cow. Is it the castrated bulls? Castrated bull. They are good ones. They are the ones which are supposed to cultivate farms. Because if you castrate a bull, they believe it becomes I don't know how I can say this thing, but power, the energy, it transforms the energy into to pulling or cultivating farms. When we use them to cultivate that energy, that is why they castrate the bulls. See, because if you leave them just that way, without castrating them, they don't have good energy, or the energy is transferred to something else. They will think of, or their energy is just for mounting and mounting. You know what I'm talking about, the mounting and mounting. Mounting of the hey, first of those ones. Don't know if heifer is a female cow or something. So it will think of just mounting, and it will, if you take them to cultivate the farms, it will just be getting tired easily. But if you castrate them, you are good to go. You are good to go. Those cows will help you big time. So guys, please support me. Support me. Subscribing will go a long way. Support me. on this journey of content creation. Content creation. Please support me in this sector. Adios.